I want to go over some ideas about Shavuos. So first, timing. So we have already posted on the shul schedule when to daven Mariv. It's important to know that Mariv on the night of Shavuos, first night, should not be davened early. While we make early Shabbos and we daven earlier, but not on Shavuos. And the reason for that is we have to wait till it's completely nightfall, because the days of Shavuos are a culmination of all the days of Sfira, and the days of Sfira are described as needing to be tamimos, complete. So by davening Mariv, which is for the next day, early, it somewhat infringes upon that completeness of the 49 days. So we don't daven Mariv early, nor should Kiddush be made before that time, even if one wanted to make Kiddush beforehand. So wait to daven Mariv and have Kiddush, after the time stated in the calendar, which is after nightfall. Just it occurred to me, this idea of tamimos, completeness. It takes a great consistency to have tamimos, to have a completeness. We count, the 49 days of the Omer, and I just want to give a yashikayach if tonight is going to be our last night of counting, and if you've made it with a bracha, making every night, you should give yourself a great pat on the back. It's tremendous. You're very proud of yourself. Make me very proud on a nachas. Beautiful thing to do this without the advantage of a minyan, and to be able to have that consistency. It really shows a tremendous depth of character with this consistency. So should all be gebenched for the consistency that you have had as we have been doing, connecting with the Zoom here in these unusual times. I want to share with you also some thoughts about the night of Shavuos. So it says in the Zohar, the Mishnah Berurah quotes the Zohar. The Zohar says that the Hasidim Harishonim, the early pious ones, would stay up all night and engage in Torah study. And he says this has become, the popular minhag amongst the lomdim, amongst those that learn. And we know, of course, about that minhag and its importance. We spoke, of course, during this past year, some practical methods of how to make the most of our Shavuos. So we do need to think in advance about what topics we want to learn and prepare those resources beforehand, understand what makes us tick and what interests us. These are very important ideas to prepare with to make the most of our Shavuos. The Arizal says that you should know that anyone who doesn't sleep at all on the night of Shavuos, and it's an interesting language, v'ikr v'haya osek b'Torah, and his main thing is that he was learning. That was, the essence really of his night. He was trying not to waste time. He's really trying to give it his all to learn Torah. As we pointed out, it's not as long as people think. It's 4 hours. 4.5 hours by the time you sit down and you get your food and your whatever, and okay. Even if you do a little extra, whatever it is, it's good. Don't. It's not an all or nothing deal. But let's appreciate in the optimal world its benefits. So the Arizal says anyone who is awake and is really learning the whole night, muftach lo sheyashlim shanaso. It is promised that he will fill his year. V'lo yera lo shum nezek, and that no harm will befall him. That's a tremendous, tremendous promise. The Magen Avram explains that the Klal Yisrael, they were sleeping the night of Kabbalah Torah. It's hard for us to imagine that. I did hear once an explanation that when they were sleeping, it's not like when we sleep. It says that the Arizal used to sleep on Shabbos afternoon, but not like we sleep. When he was sleeping, he was, Malachim were talking to him. He was accomplishing, in the spiritual world, beyond us. His sleep is not our sleep. And some actually want to learn that they were sleeping that night. It was they thought that's how they would be able to receive the prophecy and the word of Hashem only in that manner, where their body is collapsed, and they're somewhat in another world in their sleep, as actually prophets, the Nevuos, came and a person was like in a sleeping kind of way, body shut down, maybe like a seizure. It's hard to understand exactly what it was, but it was not live and coherent and calm, but in a different state of mind and body to receive it. So that may be an explanation why they were sleeping. But Lamaisa, bottom line, they were sleeping, and Hashem needed to wake them up, and we need to be masakin to rectify that. So therefore, it's important to stay up. Okay, so we'll leave you with that thought. We spoke about the practicalities. It's important to understand the importance of the night, and with some preparation and some forethought and investment into what we want to learn, how we're going to learn, what are we going to do, that can make it a very meaningful Shavuos. And may we be zocheh to that bracha where everyone remains healthy, living out the year without any harm. A very important bracha, especially during these times. And wishing you all a very, very good Yom Tov. Okay.